Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to Younib TV News at 1. My name is Elias Muchina and I'll be taking you through the top stories making headlines around the country. As always, we're committed to bringing you clear, accurate and timely update to keep you well informed. Whether you're joining us from home, at work or on the go, coming up in this afternoon's bulletin, we take a look at what the former DP said concerning the tainted relationship with President Ruto.
Fikiria ati utanitisha mimi, ati umenitoa kwa kazi, ati nitakosa umaarufu kwa hii jamii. Mimi ndio nilikuleta hapa. Ukatanganywa na ichongo ati ulijilete, si ujilete sasa? Si ujilete? I mobilized 4 million people from this mountain to make you president.
Siwa hapa mahali walitoka, serikali wafuate ishika yao, au ndio wanataka kuadhibiwa, lakini sio watoto wadogo wale ambao hawana hatia.
Hii ni kuleta tu kuwa propaganda ili watu waogope kujitokeza. Majenzi nani anawafund? Hawa majenzi wanaishi manyumbani kwao, wengine ni ma student.
The money one day inakuwa dispersed 2.75 billion. In which way? I think it doesn't sound. It cannot make any sense.
So wakakuja na marisasi na ku make the matter worse, wakifyatua risasi wanamurika, wanaacha wamekota kila kitu, na walikuwa wamevaa paka mask. Paka kuna mwingine tulikuwa bana akanipiga kofi ati mimi ni mama kisirani sana.
Sasa vile tulikaka wakapata Kenyanjui, walifaulu wakaanza kugonga milango za wenyewe na chuma. Nikaona wacha nifungue, wakamwangalia kwa nyumba, wakakuja wakaharibu vitu huko, wakaamusha mpaka mtoto wanamurusha na mattress na huko chini kwangu.
Welcome. President William Ruto has been accused by former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua of trying to distance himself from Mount Kenya voters, same to what he did to former President Uhuru Kenyatta following their disagreement. In the midst of recent protests in Olkalau and other regions of the nation, Gachagua asserted that Ruto and his supporters are resentful and are undermining Mount Kenya leaders through state-sponsored violence.
Fikiria ati utanitisha mimi, ati umenitoa kwa kazi, ati nitakosa umaarufu kwa hii jamii. Mimi ndio nilikuleta hapa. Ukatanganywa na ichongo ati ulijilete, si ujilete sasa? Si ujilete? I mobilized 4 million people from this mountain to make you president. I'll mobilize 8 million people from this community to send you home. Alisema ati watu wale walikuja kuchoma Nairobi walitoka Murang'a, walitoka Kirinyaga, ani Nyeri. Kwani watu wetu wako na alama kwa uso ati yakiwaona najua ni watu ya Nyandarua, ati ni watu ya Murang'a. Mtu anataka kuua baba yako na mama yako, si unaenda police station? Huendi kuongea bunge? Ameandika statement ya huyo. Has it been reported in any OB book?
We have not yet done any preparations because due to the case how it is, we still have to do some post-mortems and everything due to the case matter.
Wewe Bwana Ruto ulisema tena the police had done a good job. Leo tuauliza Bwana Ruto, hii familia ikilia, mtoto wao wamekufa. Is this the good job you are talking about?
Wamesema wamefutilia mbali gharama ya wale vijana ambao waliumia. Tunasema pia wale wote wameshikwa korokoroni wanawekwa ndani kwa kufanya maandamano ya kikatiba waachiliwe mara moja.
Nairobi Women Representative Esther Passaris has defended her recommendation in the 2025 Public Order Amendment Bill, which aims to better control the nation's demonstration practices, claiming that the plan will safeguard people's lives and property. Protesters will be barred from within 100 meters of the State House, Parliament, and the court. Should the bill become law, the CS for Interior will have the authority to define the areas where protests are permitted.
Aren't you therefore minimizing my opportunity to let people know that I'm unhappy about something?
You have to have a certain designated area where you cannot reach as demonstrators, and they have to respect that. People are calling demonstrations and giving public holidays and saying it's free for, let's go to State House. I think we need to have laws.
Your definition of a gathering in the proposed provision.
Yeah.
You want to have a gathering, any two people is considered to be a gathering?
I think, Chair, there might have been a typo error. Might have been 200.
This is a very important amendment, I can see, because where we are going right now, we are not safe. No one of among us is safe. Because anytime people can come into Parliament, they can go to State House.
During the June 25th protests commemorating 1 year after the Occupy Parliament campaign, police in Ruiru, Kiambu County have retrieved a variety of things that are thought to be have stolen from Quickmart supermarket. One suspect was taken into custody and is scheduled to be arraigned in court after being suspected of keeping the stolen items. 19 suspects connected to the violence in Olkalau, Nyandarua County have been freed on a personal bond of 100,000 Kenya shillings each.
We've come to realize he is also a serial offender, and because we've been able to recover other things, he is also involved in adulterated alcohol. He's been producing a fake alcohol. We've been able to get KRA stickers.
I do not find that the police offered good reasons for the continued detention of the arrested persons before me.
Sisi tunadai wale ambao wanaonekana kwa picha waende watafutwe. Sisi hatuwezi kuwatafuta sababu wengine wao si wa hapa. Mahali walitoka, serikali wafuate ishike yao, au ndio wanataka kuadhibiwa, lakini sio watoto wadogo wale ambao hawana hatia.
Hii ni kuleta tu kuwa propaganda ili watu waogope kujitokeza. Majenzi nani anawafund? Majenzi wanaishi manyumbani kwao, wengine ni student, watu wakitaka jioni anaenda nyumbani. Kama ni kufund, ingekuwa sasa basi matajiri sana, ingekuwa kila mtu atembea na gari hapa.
3 of the 6 demonstrators who died from gunshot wounds had their remains autopsied at the city mortuary and the Kenya National Hospital morgue. Despite the exercise, there are still some perplexing circumstances surrounding one victim who was watching over Nairobi's Steamer Plaza.
So wakakuja na marisasi na ku make the matter worse, wakifyatua risasi wanamurika, wanaacha wamekota kila kitu, na walikuwa wamevaa paka mask. Paka kuna mwingine tuligobana akanipiga kofi ati mimi ni mama kisirani sana.
Sasa vile tulikaka wakapata Kenyanjui, walifaulu wakaanza kugonga milango za wenyewe na chuma. Nikaona wacha nifungue, wakamwangalia kwa nyumba, wakakuja wakaharibu vitu huko, wakaamusha mpaka mtoto wanamurusha na mattress na huko chini kwangu bedroom, wakatoanisha kila mahali, wanamwangalia hadi kwa hanga. Hofu yangu ni wasimfanye vibaya.
We really have to rise above such kind of politics whereby abductions is the order of the day.
Article 37 of our Constitution allows us to express ourselves through demonstration. What have they done wrong? We have lost a lot of our youths. And this is now heading to the wrong direction.
We are going for a short break. We'll be back with stories, among them being education, where NAT issues strike notice. Don't touch that dial. Welcome back. The Teachers Service Commission has been handed a 7-day notice to go on strike by the Kenya National Union of Teachers, which is calling for quick negotiation of a new collective bargaining agreement, despite the fact that the present CBA expired on June 30th. Secretary General Collins Oyu accused TSC of postponing discussions.
You'll agree with me that what is in the lips of teachers for the last 3 months is about the CBA. And more so based on the fact that 2021-2025 CBA was a cashless CBA. So teachers have been waiting. We did our part as a union and prepared a memorandum to Teachers Service Commission as required by law. So we presented this memorandum, and those are the proposals from Kenya National Union of Teachers. And I want to tell teachers in this republic that we have done our part. We could not enter into anything less than what we demanded for. A CBA has a monetary component. A CBA has non-monetary component. So it is not a matter that you can invite a union and say consultation and that's the end of it. We shall not accept anything until Teachers Service Commission places a counter offer on the table. Can you prepare within the 7 days and present a counter offer? We are demanding for 60% salary increment, and that is for the basic salary alone.
Solidarity forever.
After reportedly being underpaid in a land compensation agreement, members of the Dupoto settlement scheme who are connected to the Matapato group have petitioned the National Assembly's Committee on Lands to step in and help with compensation. The government purchased the site in order to build the standard gauge railway. Officials from the Matapato group claim that more than 474 members have not gotten any of the 2.75 billion Kenya shillings in compensation that was distributed.
The money, one day, inakuwa dispersed 2.75 billion. In which way? I think it doesn't sound. It cannot make any sense.
Sasa wamasai wamehama, wameenda yani, wameenda Kajiado, wengine wameenda Samburu, wengine wameenda yani kila mahali wanaishi. Pesa kuongoja 1 week 2 week tunasikia tu watu wamefunga masimu. Matrustees hakuna communication, hakuna nothing.
Kuna hii shamba ambaye hata juzi tu alikuwa anataka kuzia watu wengine, hii 38 acres. Ile pesa ingine imekuliwa na hakuna vile tutapata. Kama itawezekana, mheshimiwa chair, sisi.
On matter sports, prior to the World Cup qualifiers in Uganda next week, 4 additional players have been added to the final national 15s rugby roster. For Shujaa, players from the 7th team will be in the back row, joined by Patrick Sabatia, Vincent Mwikali, Samuel Ovwamu and David Bunduki as Kenya attempts to make it to the 15th Rugby World Cup for the first time. Selectors were impressed by Samuel Asati, Brian Tanga, John Okoth, and John Kubu.
Obviously, we've always fallen short. I think in 2015, we missed by a point. 2022, we lost to Namibia in the final. And I think one of the things that we've done differently this time around is that as much as we are focused on the field training, we've tried to also work on just the mental aspects of the team in terms of the bonding and working hard. And I think that's what the training kind of mirrored with the tough games, because we've been playing approximately every other 3 days when we're in South Africa. And it's just to look at the sharpness and the focus and even the mental fortitude of the player to just carry through, even as we tested the depth of the team.
Having played the matches 3 to 4 days after each match, that's the format that will be played in Uganda. That's what we've been trying to emulate, and I believe that that's good for us, and that's one thing we never did in 2022. Yeah, so I believe that's fair for us.
And that brings us to the end of this afternoon's bulletin here on Younib TV. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with us. Stay updated with the latest development on our website and social media platforms. Until then, from me, Elias Muchina, and the entire Younib News team, take care, stay informed, and have a peaceful afternoon.